You want a mystery? And I know I sent it. It's not sent on mine either. Apparently, I wasn't able to send it. It didn't allow me to. Well, I'll send it. I'll send it tomorrow. Because it has to have a rebuttal. Anyway, how's it going, buddy? Other than your tore up hand by a shark dog and
it was a Sharknado, actually. It is good. It's been good. Today was a fun day. How was your day?
Let's see. I played Elden Ring on my own mostly this morning. Supposed to jump on with this guy. Probably on a total of 2 hours, and I spent an hour and a half of that waiting for him to do whatever. It's a good thing it's a Sunday. And, you know, for me, Sundays are down days. I don't have anything planned, don't do anything. And
Same here.
So.
Same here. Yeah, sorry about that, dude.
And normally we record these on Fridays or Saturdays, preferably Saturdays, but Charlie got his hand bitten off by a cat, so.
Stupid beaver.
Yeah, whale birds. So, what was it? Oh yeah, so that was that, and then I went outside and cracked the whip, and
yeah, we did that too. Yeah, we did that too, and
yeah, and you busted yourself open
again.
I've gotten a couple like burns from that, but I've never busted myself open. That kind of bleeding. And then yeah, building check. Got a little overtime for work, and then here we are.
Badass.
Not really. Pretty like uneventful Sunday, which is what I like. I like uneventful.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touchy.
Touchy. But what's not uneventful?
Yeah.
Is the fucking world right now.
Oh God.
And that's why we do this, to cover bullshit.
This whole world is going into an Amber Turd. It's just gonna be shit on somebody's back.
And I do want to cover that, and I didn't have it written out. We'll just start with that.
I was just making a joke about the world going to shit.
Well, no, that's perfect because
see what I did?
They're
shit.
Yeah, I just actually earlier today, got wind that I guess Johnny Depp's taking the stand to be cross-examined by Amber's prosecution.
Again,
her team. I guess.
He's already been under once.
Hers or maybe his. I don't know.
No,
I
hers.
guess he's going to be back on the stand tomorrow.
Because he's the one that's
Monday, the 23rd. Yeah.
Yeah, that was her attorney's questioning.
That's right. But yeah, I guess I guess he's taking the stand again tomorrow. I don't know why or for what, but all I've seen on social media is there's everything making fun. Mostly her bee face, which still cracks me up. Like what?
My dog stepped on a bee.
Yeah, and what is that? I still don't know.
My dad wanted some tea.
Yeah, and you see that all over those compilations. But what is that? Like, never mind all the compilations. Just what is that? My dog stepped on a bee. It's such a look of disgust. Like, why?
It was the dog's fault. The dog told her to beat Johnny. Justice for Johnny.
But along with all of that, all the like the dog stuff on a bee memes and everything. There's been a lot of people bringing up the whole makeup, the bruise kit, and she kind of Freudian called it a bruise kit, and it's like, it's like what? And then there's people like bringing up the same kit, I guess, and saying bruise kit. Oh no, it's a bruise kit. Check it out. And then like they flash and like, look, bruise. You can add bruise, and they just keep growing the bruise like right there on camera. It's like, oh, look how big I make this bruise. I'm like,
oh yeah,
like this case for Amber Heard, or Heather, we'll just call her Heather, and her team has just, that's what I mistakenly called her the first time we brought her up.
Oh.
And just like, because she looks like a Heather, but for her team and everything, this whole thing is like, it couldn't go any worse for them.
Oh, God.
It could not go any worse.
Well, some Heather fans, Heather Heard fans, out there were like, oh, you know, his attorneys were objecting everything too. So they tried putting out memes and vines and TikToks of Johnny Depp's lawyers objecting. But it's funny that they didn't do it because I seen a couple of them like, wow, that was pretty shittily done. Because half of them, you hear objection here say sustained.
Oh yeah, there is there's a whole slew of them that are there's. Listen, Amber Heard, Heather. This is a fucking train wreck for you. I just do not see this going your way at all, and not even in the least. And you know what? It's not even a. This case is about the hit piece that she wrote, right? For defamation of character. It's not even for the abuse or anything. It has nothing to do with that. This is primarily on the hit piece.
Yeah, because she wrote some deposition. No, not deposition.
No, she wrote a hit. It was a hit piece, but I can't remember the actual term for it. But
yeah, inaugurate. No, I forgot.
Yeah,
I've heard the term 100 times. I just can't even remember.
But I'm pretty sure that he's suing her.
Yes,
for defamation of character.
Yes, because he lost.
He lost Pirates. He lost that, which honestly,
like he said in the first time they had him up on the stand. What have you lost because of this? He goes short of. Nothing short of everything.
Right.
He's like, I've lost everything because of this.
My personal opinion, though, this is just my opinion, strict film opinion. That series was going downhill anyway. Like the first 3 Pirates were fantastic. The 4th one was at best.
On Stranger Tides.
And I couldn't get to the 5th. I couldn't get to the 5th one.
Dead Man Tell No Tales.
Which that's the one that they had. What's his face from James Bond there? The
Silver.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was in it, and it was a shame I couldn't get through the movie. I was just bored by it. And again, that's just maybe just me.
No, not Eva Mendes. What is it? Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
Penelope Cruz.
Maybe that was just me. I was like, this is just stale.
She tries telling. I thought it was funny. She tries telling Dad, "I'm pregnant. It's your child." No, I know that's not possible. How do you know? Something you're not telling us, Johnny.
Have you seen my wife?
There's no way that's not possible.
Actually,
yes, probably.
Yeah, because what? That was 2015.
Something like that.
2016.
2016.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But it's I don't know, something like that. But yeah, no. So
maybe that was later. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh God, the outcome.
Yeah, going back
of this case looks nothing short of a train wreck for her,
yeah.
Or her vagina. Take your pick. They probably both look the same. Now, for $1 million, would you still eat it?
What?
Knowing she shit on her bed.
Turd?
No.
Oh.
Her itchy kitty. Every time, that's gonna be a thing. Anytime someone says itchy kitty, yeah.
Yeah, because it happens so frequently. 3 times in the last probably 10 years, I can safely say anyway.
Hashtag itchy kitty.
Here we go. I'm going to have to, that'll be one of the hashtags for that clip.
Oh, it fucking should be. No, but I'd probably.
$1 million?
Oh, fuck.
$1 million doesn't get you too far nowadays, though.
Well, I'll get you about 1,000 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
I'm going through fucking.
Well, $1 million will almost get you one. Well, that your small trucking company, you almost pay for the gas. So, I mean, the boss there for a trucking company be like, all right, well, that'll take care of at least 4/5 of it.
Nah, we're not a small truck company. My company's big.
I mean, the one you were talking about, your hypothetical company, your 12 trucks, $1.25 million for a year.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember that now. Can you imagine having the control on her turd cutter?
Oh my god. What the fuck? This episode's gone downhill really fucking fast.
Oh, did I tell you? Oh, one of my buddies was listening to the podcast, watching and listening to the podcast. He goes,
You're driving, you know?
He goes, you kind of got a little hard on the women on that one, didn't you?
Oh my god. The last clip I put up, they did all right, except the last one I put up got muted. TikTok muted the audio. But they said it was a copyright strike. So I appealed it. I haven't heard anything back. I'm like, there's nothing. It's the very end of the episode where we say, what'd you learn? And you're like, oh, I learned this. And I said, what'd I learn? Oh, you shouldn't, men should be able to abort their kids, blah, blah, blah. And then it said I got a copyright. infringement, so they muted it. I'm like, copyright from what? There's nothing on there. It's literally us.
The only thing I can think of, FBHW, on what used to be Howard Stern's radio station.
Right.
They do that bit too. What did we?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, maybe, because they're big on TikTok too.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll find out. I appealed it though. I'm like, what the fuck? Actually, I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah, I listen to it every morning. So, and at the end of every show, they do that, and I'm like, oh crap! That's actually where I got the idea from. In my head at that moment, I'm like, oh, kind of a shout out to anybody who's a fan. Probably not the whole country, since the whole country doesn't fucking know.
Yeah,
apparently,
I don't listen to them anymore. I did for a couple years after, but it's been over 10 years. I haven't listened to them.
I still get a good laugh out of them.
No, but yeah. So we got a copyright strike.
Oh, good.
Well,
good.
add that to the laundry list. But that one I think is just a fluke. So we'll see. If I whatever, I'll just take it down if I have to. I have the original audio, but
what we got to do is put the audio to like the panda squishing the baby panda. Remember that? There's a video going around where a baby panda sneezed, and like a big adult panda was eating, and the baby panda goes, "Achoo! Whoa!" hits the baby, and the baby just kind of like. We got to put the audio to that.
This is horrible. That'll just get banned.
What? It's nature. You can watch two dogs bang on TikTok. You can't watch an animal kill another animal. Never. Fucking apparently, no one's ever watched Nat Geo or the Discovery Channel.
Oh man, they
or TLC.
Wait, like the music group?
10 to 11 care.
Never mind. Keep that one inside.
Yeah, you can't say the actual name. We'll probably get banned. Oh wait, I already said the other two channels. Whatever.
What?
Nothing.
Itchy kitty. There's a dance for everyone that's just listening. Whatever.
Look it up.
So I got the reason for the formula shortage.
Yeah.
What they're saying. The shortage being prevalent because Abbott Nutrition, what's a distributor, was shut down due to a recall. This is back in January, where 4 babies got sick, resulting in 2 deaths. So they shut it down.
I remember hearing about the recall.
It's been shut down for a while now. And I guess just within the last couple weeks it was reopened or something like that.
God.
But now they're feeling the effects. That doesn't change effects with like Border Patrol and everything else, or the borders. You know, the immigration centers getting all that.
Oh, yeah, no.
I guess a bunch of like Mexican stores and whatnot. This is complete social media, so this could be 100% fabrication and just bullshit propaganda that people are striking up. Just be like, look what Biden's doing! Look! And you see like a monkey fucking a guy or something, like, look what he's doing! This is all because of Biden! I believe it! But the one thing I did when I was listening to the person reporting on this, it was last night actually I heard it, like, the first thing that crossed my mind is, so we shut down a formula distributor because 4 sicknesses resulting in 2 deaths. But we have a huge issue in the vaccine number of deaths. Be like, well, that's just a small price to pay. Even if you boil it down to the small number, which a lot of left leaning people are saying, it's like, well, it's only like 12,000 deaths. It's like, we shut down a whole fucking distribution for children food for 2 deaths, but the vaccine is fine, which isn't even a big thing. The whole like illness that goes along with it. And on the flip side, abortion is this huge thing, which is like this half death, half not death, and how many. But I heard a number of how many abortions actually happened, and something in like New York City, it was some ungodly number in 1 year. I don't know, it was the last year or 2, but it outranked the number of births by like 120,000 or something like that. some ridiculous number. So on one side, again, like this goes with argument. It's like, well, we'll pull this card here and this card there. It's like, so 2 deaths here, shut everything down. Vaccines, thousands of deaths here. That's fine. And then abortions, that one, like you could either argue either side. Like so basically we have one side save everyone, the other side don't save everyone, and the middle it doesn't really matter. So we're arguing all three sides. Well done, government. And like we'll cover all the bases.
Let me throw something at you.
Oh God.
Because if you notice while you were saying, my eyes were like, I kind of thought of something.
Kind of.
You know, they shut down the formula distributor because of sicknesses, and four sicknesses, two resulting in death because of tainted.
Which I'm not arguing that. So nobody take that like saying like, oh, well, bullshit, pussies. Like that's not me saying. My initial, anytime I argue anything, it's just discrepancies. My arguments are never mostly leaning right or left. It's always discrepancy. It's always, are you going to argue this or are you going to argue that?
Here's the thing.
Consistency.
Here's where I was getting at. So our government is sending formula to all of the immigrants, the illegally brought in immigrants.
Right.
Is the neuron not firing yet? Oh, we let too many in. Here's how we get rid of them.
Yeah, I brought that up in the last episode. In the last one, I said...
About them trying to kill the illegal immigrant babies? With tainted formula?
Oh,
yeah, okay.
I see you got... I see the angle you pitched there.
So I'm waiting for the neurons to connect.
Yeah, just send the bad stuff to them. Mexico.
For once, the Democrats are doing something right. They're not giving the dirty shit to the American kids. They're giving it to the Mexican babies.
That's just Congress. They'll be like, oh yeah, we'll send everything to them. Look, you guys are good.
Shit, we let in too many. How are we going to get rid of them? Same way we got rid of him, apparently.
Hi.
Do I take my pants off? Oh, he's back, thank God. I didn't know what to do.
That's okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's our Congress.
I like
that's our board of elected officials. Our cabinet, as so to speak.
Interesting take.
Shit.
That one didn't even pop into my head.
We let too many in. There. And Santos keeps Cruz from Texas, right? Cruz is like, that fucker's busting him
Ted
up.
Cruz, yeah.
Yeah, that fucker's busting him up by the hundreds every day. How do we get rid of him? I got it. Give him the dirty formula.
For all the people that are hardcore conspiracy theorists that listen to this.
That's fucking it. I'm done.
Here's a new one for you. So the government does that purposely. We need to control the border. If we put up a wall, that's too obvious. But if we bring everyone in, be like, come on in. Yeah, we got baby formula for them.
Come on in.
Didn't we just have lawsuits and everything? We just sent lawsuits out to these whatever Johnson & Johnson for having iron or whatever fucking metals in their formula. It's fine.
Thanks.
We got it.
I like to keep it short during the summer.
Yeah. Ship it down to the border. And all these people come in, and all these people on the border grabbing all their formula and everything. And like, oh yeah, we can feed our babies. Yes, feed them all. Feed all the babies. All of them coming right across our border. Now, that's fucking evil.
Fuck.
Do I believe that? No. Not really. But, boy, that's interesting.
You mean to tell me...
He had the formula.
You mean to tell me that's not a possibility based on what our government has done in the past?
Well, there's the...
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he doesn't exist.
Yeah, there's been plenty of fucking... There's MK Ultra, there's... there's... What was the fucking one that they purposely gave HIV to the fucking black community back in, I think, the 70s and 80s?
Oh, there was there was a conspiracy theory. AIDS was invented. AIDS.
Well, not invented. But it was purposely pushed to be distributed throughout the black community.
No, that was crack.
Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. But I mean, there was an actual thing where it was. I'll have to look at. I think it's Project Northwoods or something like that.
Yeah, I was saying. I know there was always this.
I can't remember, especially after.
No, AIDS was invented to kill the gay community.
Yeah, there was that one too.
That was
Holy
the one I was
vey.
thinking of. Sorry, I didn't mean to mix up the blacks and the gays.
I also heard that the AIDS came, or was it AIDS came from a guy fucking a monkey, and then we got AIDS. That was like this huge punchline in like stand-up comedy back in the 90s. Yeah.
Turning the freaking frogs gay.
That's just beautiful, though.
That's where it came from. AIDS didn't come from a guy fucking a monkey. It's because we turned frogs gay.
No, we turned him asexual. That's where the whole thing came from. That's true. Turning frogs gay, I don't even know if that's possible.
Eat that frog dick, Timmy. Oh, I haven't seen. I gotta watch that movie tonight.
The Disinformation Governance Bureau has been disbanded.
Oh, they
Already.
realized Ministry of Truth is done.
Already. It lasted just about as long as CNN Plus lasted. Where they, no one was watching CNN. Their ratings were dwindling, so they came out with CNN Plus. Whoa, the shit that nobody's watching, we'll make them pay for it now. And then we'll put the B-side, like, crew from CNN on there. So then they'll get to pay for something they don't watch for people they never see. Perfect. How could it go wrong? It was like 3.5 weeks later, they shut down. They filed bankruptcy or some shit. So now, that in comparison with the Disinformation Bureau, I think that lasted less time than CNN Plus. It was like 2 weeks.
Speaking of that kind of shit, I don't know if you have this in the notes. I can't remember. Candace Owens talking to
I don't have it, but I know what you're talking about.
the owner. Well, the one Black Lives representative that was living in a Black Lives Matter home,
Yeah. And
she's listed as the owner of the home. And then she's literally on like TikTok or
Yep.
Instagram or whatever, Facebook Live or whatever. Candace Owens like raped me.
yeah, she
A little over exaggerated. I'm sorry.
Little. Holy hell.
No, I over exaggerated it. And then you see Candace Owens, this whole video interaction. It's like, okay. She demanded entry into my house. I understand if we can't talk to anybody, but can we get a reason why? If not, we'll leave. Okay, have a nice day. And they walk away.
Yeah, they walk away, and then immediately after, I'm trying to find who it is.
Paisley, Paulsley, whatever her name is.
I can't remember.
Hold on, I'll
But yeah, immediately after they stream, and then Candace, she streams. They're sitting in like their van or truck or whatever, and watching the stream of whoever the house they just went to. Hold on, I'm looking it up for everyone. So Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter co-founder tearfully claims that she is being harassed by Candace
Patrice
Owens.
Cullors.
There you go.
Yep.
I was about to read it too.
Yep. Okay.
Patrice Cullors, a liar for claiming the reporter harassed her when she showed up outside her Los Angeles home. Now, the reason I bring this up is, do you realize, like, apparently, her financial records have come out too?
Who? The Patrice?
Patrice lady, yeah. Apparently, she paid her brother $900,000 for security.
Well, I did hear that, and the thing with that is that's a blanket thing. You could just look at like the headline of that and be like, "Oh, they paid $900,000," but I guess her brother or whatever it was owned a security company, so that would be one thing of paying the whole company, and you
That's
don't
not
know
a
how many.
conflict of interest.
That's the argument, but before that, like it's like, all right, so you pay $900,000. How many people are employed there, and what are they doing? So, is that possible? Sure, but with the family member, is that conflict of interest within one company? That's your question, and that would be like, kind of.
But that's just it, though. It's not just her brother. She also paid other members of her family for other business aspects.
Right. Yeah.
And all of it resulting in like tens of millions of dollars.
Like, again, I'm not trying to defend her, but I'm like just trying to throw out the counter,
Millions. Not tens of millions, but millions of dollars.
the counter argument to that. Would a lot of people would be like, well, it's a business. It's like, yes, but so
Conflict of interest.
I did
yes,
hear
man.
that, but I did see that live stream, because I remember it was like a day or two after it happened. I saw it was all over. This was like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
It was all over. And Candace had live streamed right after this. Patrice had live streamed saying like she felt like she was attacked, she was threatened. But then they show the video of what actually happened. Like, if you were threatened by that, you fucking live in a bubble, and you aren't even in a basement because it's too dark, and you'd probably be hurt from the darkness. But you can only have one bulb because too much light would be hurt.
Too much darkness is oppressing.
Yeah.
So she couldn't be in the complete dark.
And she I did see that though.
I thought that was funny.
And I was like,
oh.
The same reaction that Candace had during that, like, what? Like, we literally, I guess when they were there too, they even said, if you want us to leave, we can leave.
Oh yeah. She says it a couple times in the videos. In the video, not videos.
And I guess she said when she got there, the security guard that was standing there said, you know, we're doing this thing for Black Lives, whatever they were shooting, some documentary or news, whatever it was. Can we talk to the owner of this house or whoever, you know, is here, that whoever we can talk to? And according to Candace, the security guard didn't say anything and just took out his phone and started recording, like pre-instructed. If this happens, you do this. That's probably a strategy to see if you can incite any kind of aggression, so they can use.
Oh hell yeah!
Use anything to spin it your way, right? But you don't have to worry about that being labeled as disinformation or anything. Candace being thing, because the Disinformation Bureau doesn't exist anymore.
What Disinformation Bureau? There's number one.
Yeah, me too. Well, I guess they're going to go back to the Me Too movement.
Yeah, but me too. My balls hurt.
They said, the government said that they got rid of it because the right was spreading a lot of rumors about what the Disinformation Bureau was going to be. Like when we
disprove it.
When we covered it, everyone was talking 1984 with the Ministry of Truth. That's what everyone is comparing it to. And it's kind of like what it sounded like. Maybe not verbatim. I mean, were they going to rewrite history? Probably not. But like controlling narratives.
But it would have been.
That was pretty dead on.
It would have been within their realm of possibility.
It was pretty dead on, and you can't even argue it because, like we've said many times, like many people have said many times, if you go back a year and you talk about vaccines and efficacy and sickness and how bad things are and all the alternate treatments and how no, that's not this. It's the only way.
If you didn't push,
but then you go forward in time. In the timeline, then all the stuff comes out to be, it's fine. But before that, it was like, no, this doesn't work. It's whatever. It's well, basically, some of them were like, it's pseudoscience, and like all this other crazy shit.
A lot of it. 2 years ago, if you had talked about the vaccine and COVID, if you didn't talk narrative pushing, a lot of shit got banned.
Well, 2 years ago, we didn't have a vaccine.
A year ago,
it was being pushed.
Well, that's why. Hold on. 2 years ago, if you talked COVID, vaccine, anything that didn't push a narrative,
all right,
it got banned or taken down. I can't tell you how many times we had talked about stuff, or how many fucking podcasters, stuff like that, news articles that you I had read that we go to look up the next day and they're gone.
All right. Oh yeah, there's a few times like we
fast forward a year,
videos back and forth, and you go back on like a day or two or three, whatever.
You cannot do this video.
There was that one with the guy standing up to the school board or whatever it was that was being circulated a lot.
Yep,
and it kept getting taken down over and over and over and over.
Now you can find it.
Yeah, now you can because later down the line, but like, well, it's not entirely inaccurate. So. But going all the way back, if the disinformation governance thing was back then, but that's just it. And I think that's what a lot of people's argument was. It's like you're putting in this thing that you're just automatically going to swipe everything, no matter who owns the platform, because you don't like it, which was what they were trying to do before. And now everyone was like, no. And the fact that the person that they put in charge of it was like one of the biggest bullshitters on social media.
Did I send you the, I wonder if I still have it. Did I send you the video of the liberal or the blue-haired dude in front of like Congress or some shit?
Crying?
Yeah, basically.
No, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Chairman Oberman, members of the service
Talking about like
I currently have
these men have to, or these,
one of
I can't even remember.
Bill Gates.
Tell me where in the Constitution
Right here.
it says
Yeah.
that somebody has the right to say something that might
Oh, this is fact. Or this is
Here went to a local council meeting.
No, no, he didn't.
Rolled the local-
No, he didn't. That one, I thought you were talking about a different one.
Yeah.
That one, that's a guy spoofing, like hardcore liberals and like extreme leftists. If
Well-
you see the actual video of that guy, he's making fun of them.
Well,
There is another one where I think the video or the guy in your video is spoofing. I think that's who he's spoofing. There's a guy who's dead serious, borderline or in parts crying, like yelling about, we need to teach like, about transgenderism in schools and like going off on him. Not literally, but that's the video I thought you were talking about.
Yeah,
the
no.
one you're showing right there. That's a spoof. So.
I still think it was funny.
It was funny, yeah, but I saw that and I'm like,
I-
this is actually an act. But
By the end of the first couple of sentences, I'm like, oh, this dude is fucking just straight up spoofing something. I didn't know where it was coming from. I thought he
Yeah.
actually went to a legit council meeting and was trying to like, this is the kind of stupidity we deal with in the country.
no, that's a spoof. But if I can find the original, I'll send it. to you.
Yeah, I want to see that. That was funny. Because I laughed at that. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Good times.
Disinformation.
Yep. Thank God that's done.
It is, yeah. Thank God it is done because we're on to the next fucking thing. Monkeypox. Monkeypox. And the U.S. stocking up vaccines already. I guess they spent about 13 or 14 million dollars, and which, I mean, that number for the government and mass.
nothing, yeah.
No, it's not a lot. But to start stocking up on monkeypox vaccines, which there's two different variants. I can't remember the one that's dangerous. I can't remember the name of it. It's like a 10% mortality rate, which is fuck. But then there's the West Nile something or other variant, which is like a 0.1% mortality rate. And the
Shit, they didn't buy it with COVID. Now we gotta create something even more crazy.
yeah, well,
This one will come out in a lab.
the vaccine they're using is good for monkeypox and smallpox, which I thought was eradicated. I have a smallpox vaccine anyway. Already. Even the vaccine we take for smallpox in like the 50s and 60s, when they distributed it, they said, you take this once in your life and it'll be fine. And then fast forward like 40 or so years, back in the 2000s, they said that vaccine wore off. So they were like pushing either for another one or just a booster, quote unquote. This may be blown kind of out of proportion with the monkeypox thing. The one thing I do find interesting is I guess it was at the time, this is earlier this week, it was 8 or 9 nations had confirmed cases, or 8 nations had confirmed cases. There was like 1 or 2 that weren't confirmed yet. I've heard through the grapevine that New York City has 2 confirmed cases in it. Heard through the grapevine. Don't know if that's true. But because of all that, now we have a whole bunch here. Like I think France, maybe Italy, Australia, maybe Russia, a handful of European nations. Canada, there's another one that had confirmed cases in it. Here's the thing that I found kind of interesting when the whole monkeypox thing came up. Do you remember a couple months back when Ty was on the show? One of the subjects we covered was the truck pulling the trailer
Oh, with the fucking monkeys.
with the lab monkeys that crashed in Jersey. And they got out. And they were out for a while. And a lady pet one of the monkeys because she thought it was a cat.
It was a dog, I swear.
Oh, yeah. Now it's a dog.
I remember that.
And now fast forward a couple months. And now there's miraculously a monkeypox possible outbreak. And they're treating it as a demic, or not an endemic or a pandemic, but just whatever the name is.
An edema?
Yeah.
Will you fuck me?
Oh, monkeypox will fuck you, buddy, if it's the right one. It's definitely the right one.
We gotta stop predicting shit on this show.
That wasn't even a prediction. I guess maybe it sort of was, but
No, because if I remember correctly, we'll have to go back and watch that episode.
I just said, I remember sitting here and be like, oh, there's the next variant.
Yeah. We somehow rolled that into a joke about becoming some fucking monkey hybrid with COVID shit.
Yeah. The symptoms of monkeypox though are pretty much dead on with the flu and COVID though. A fever, lethargic, any fever-like symptoms, whatever. Possible rash in some cases.
It's monkeypox, honey. I swear. I didn't sleep with that $2 hooker.
Oh, I must have got monkeypox from going to the school.
Oh, I must have got monkeypox from sticking my penis in Amber Heard's butt.
Oh, monkeypox.
She pushed out poop.
Purely speculation.
That's where it came from.
Amber Heard's on trial for monkeypox speculation. Yeah, so we covered it, sort of. Yeah, I guess so. We kind of said it in passing, and here we are, 60 or 80 days later, and damn it.
Fucking telling you, dude.
I'm only good at predicting bullshit. Like, I can't just say, like,
Crazy.
oh, I'll be rich.
Fuck you. I'm just going to say it now. Fuck you. On air, on recording. It is, what's the date today?
Listen, the only day...
It is, no, you stop talking right now with your filthy whore mouth. 8:58, Sunday, May 22nd of the year 2022. Fuck you, because when you become a millionaire by finding some random fucking lottery ticket on the ground or
No.
some random bullshit.
It won't be random. What it would the only way I think that would happen
Bullshit.
is if this took off in such a way, but then I'd have to pay out, and this would actually become an LLC, and I'd have to pay you and everyone else on the show. So by proxy, you would make money too.
Just, fuck that. Let's just buy one big ass house and live together. Let's split the house in half.
No, man, I'm a recluse. I don't like people. That's why I
You're a
do the
spider?
podcast. I don't even like. I got invited to do a
You're a
debate
spider?
on TikTok today, and I was like, I don't want to fucking debate.
Did you really?
Yeah. There's one guy he's a lefty, and he's always on there. And I go on and I listen to him debate a bunch of people, and he pulls in more often than not, pulls in a bunch of people that have no fucking idea what they're really arguing. And that's before I've said a lot of these people that are really right-wing go on, and I understand what they're trying to say, but they're saying it from your generic, cliche, right-wing approach. Think any kind of stereotype Republican argument, and that's what it is. But he like pulls those people in and just obliterates them, partially because he's sitting in front of a computer, so he just Googles everything. And I'm like,
Imagine Charles Kirk or Ben Shapiro or Candace Owens getting their hands on him.
well, what he'll do is he fishes. He'll put up as a title, Trump is a fascist. Like, well, no, he's not. But people on the right will see that and get all pissed off. And what they do is they go into debate with emotion. Anyone who knows anything about debating, if you fucking go in with emotion to debate, you're going to get slaughtered.
Oh, yeah.
Because you start tripping over bullshit. You don't have any kind of strategy, and you just roll right into a trap and just get hammered. But that's how he does it. And I understand how he does it. So I'll go in and I'll watch his debates more as like a soap opera. And today I stumbled across it, and they were talking about conspiracy theories. And I'm like, oh, right up my alley. And so I was like, this is entertaining. And when I think of conspiracy theories, I mean, everyone thinks of UFOs and Bigfoot and the Illuminati and bullshit like that. Like some of this, UFOs are real now. Fine. Well, they've always been real, but now it's, they've just come out and admitted, yeah, all right, they're here. Or whatever it is here. But there's other things, like all the crazy stuff. That's what people think conspiracy theories. Like when I think of conspiracy theories, I'm looking at things that are not as well known, But when I hear about them, I'm like, boy, that's a lot of shit in that I could see where that where they're coming from or how they strung that together. And what he was doing was looking up lizard people and flat Earth thing and stuff like that. Like, would make my eyes roll as someone who enjoys the shit out of listening to conspiracy theories. Like, I was like, all right. But that stuff, that just makes anyone who thinks outside the box, just makes them look bad. I was like, well, if you want to, so I kept in the chat, I was like, I'd throw down, like, what about Toronto Protocol? Like, look that up. Or, what's his name? The glass camera. It was a, shit, I have it written down.
So
I was throwing down, like, random things that a lot of people don't know about. Like, the object-oriented ontology, the Dogon tribe, which I think is fascinating. Oh, Robert Golf, the Robert Golf glass camera, which is, that's more theoretical physics mixed with, I guess it's more, it's spirituality and theoretical physics. That's one where it really, in short, now we're kind of veering off topic here, but really in short, it was a supposed invention back in the 40s where there was a scientist who invented a thing to use astral projection to actually jump out of his body and go somewhere else in the world to influence. Really basic what I'm saying now. Like, I'll have to, like, find the whole thing.
Astral projection.
But use it as kind of a psyops or spy.
Oh, okay.
And apparently, as the story goes on, this is where it gets crazy. Where he's like, he actually got lost out of his body and went to hell or something like that. And like, the whole thing gets fucking wild. And they obviously, I guess, never used the technology. Just listening to it, I was like, what the fuck? Like, right now, I'm butchering the whole story because there's so much involved in it. It's like a fucking half-hour thing to go through the whole thing. That's why I want to do an episode, like, on a couple of these.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, like, things like that. And the Dogon tribe, that's a tribe from 700 AD, or that was refound like in the 1700s, something like that. Mm-hmm. But they had knowledge of like the universe that they had no business knowing. Things that we now are just discovering, or technically, I guess, rediscovering, they had already known thousands of years ago.
You know what I think they should have known 1,000 years ago?
What?
How your beard looks, how your mustache looks so glossy. Are you treating that thing?
Actually, I just put oil in it today because it was crazy.
What? I gotta get some oil.
That's just
my
today,
beard is
though.
so jealous of your beard right now.
That's just. I don't even have a beard.
Your mustache.
Yeah.
My beard is jealous of your mustache.
I almost shaved it.
And 1,000 years ago, the Dogon tribe should have known about that oil.
Oh, they use animal fats, pig fat. Anyway, yeah. So going back, that's what I think conspiracy theory.
That's fucking
like
awesome.
all those crazy things that you don't hear a lot of those at all. Again, that video I sent you, 9.5 fucking hours.
Yeah.
They're all briefly covered in there. There's the thing, anyone out there knows the conspiracy theory iceberg. And I'll get to that later. We'll talk
I remember
about
that picture you sent me.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But so he was on there looking at conspiracy theories, but everything he was bringing up was like Illuminati and bullshit like that. I'm like, anyone can look at those and be like, bullshit. Like, bullshit. Lizard people, bullshit. Watch those be the fucking true ones. But anyone looking at those would be like, all right, bullshit. Yeah, these people are crazy, bullshit. Like that David Icke stuff. Like, oh, there's what I can't even remember the name of the fucking aliens they call, like Remulans or something like that. These people are in control of the deep state, and if you watch videos of them, sometimes you see their eyelids shut in the opposite direction.
Oh, the
like,
shapeshifters.
Yeah, like, all right, fuck off. You know? So that's what he was doing on there. But he's baiting people in to either defend it or, no, you got to check this out, which I bit into that hook line. Like, okay, look at Toronto Protocol and tell me that's not at least suspicious.
Now, for the viewers at home, Toronto Protocol, please. Little bit of a divulgence.
I have to bring it up because again, I don't want to butcher it. But
take your time. Take your time. Don't rush.
Toronto Protocols of 1985 reveals deep state agenda for the. Okay. My phone apparently is, for anyone out there, don't get a fucking new phone. Because this one is absolute fucking garbage. Every now and again, it just takes me to other fucking things. Are you done?
Stepbrother porn?
That's
weird. Oh, look, her hand's
right.
stuck on the washer.
Manifesto Group discusses plans to create an integrated network of computers, the internet, this is 1985, funded by entertainment humanitarian aid for the purpose of controlling humanity via mass distractions and debauchery. By all accounts, the document at the very least speaks to development. So he just did it again.
The government doesn't want him finished with the statement.
Speaks to developments playing out today, suggests that other plans revealed therein might soon come to pass. Let me skip down a little bit. Document speaks cabal, agenda, create one world government, religion, various agendas, destroy. All right. It states that this organization, through its various agents and networks, will destroy the family through mass media, music, movies, and the destruction of spiritual values, amongst other things. This is precisely what Adam. I don't even know how to pronounce that last name. It's German. The founder of the Bavarian Illuminati shared in writings discussing the group's agenda. Established civilization, religion, or overthrow established civilization, religion. Abolish all ordered governments, abolish private property, abolish inheritance, abolish patriotism, abolish religion, abolish the family unit, creation of a new world order, new government emphasis. Yeah, all right. I'm not going to go any further.
Toronto Protocol.
Toronto.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mispronounced. Toronto Protocol.
What caught my eye in all that was the abolishment of the family unit, abolishment of religion, abolishment of anything that, and we talked about before that it's right in the WHO. It said or BlackRock said you will own nothing and be happy.
Yeah.
So things like that come out, and then you read something like that from 1985, and you're like, But things of that nature. And then there's crazy ones, too, I wrote down. I know I sent you, like, oxygen is a hallucinogen. Like, well, I don't believe that, but...
You can hallucinate on too much
just
pure oxygen.
You can pass... Yeah, you do pass out. For pure oxygen, if you take in too much, you pass out. But just the thought of it, like, bear with me now, people. Oxygen is a hallucinogen. How would we know? We wouldn't. It's kind of like last Thursdayism. How do you know that everything that you know, memories, feelings, acquaintances, everything, people, was not just created last Thursday, and you have no knowledge, none the better.
Done the same week over a lot of times then.
No, you didn't do the same week over. Everything that you know and experience was created last Thursday.
But your mind is telling you you've been around for 37, 38, 45, 46 years. Yeah. I got you.
There's no way to disprove that.
I feel like someone will come in and fucking put a bullet in our heads.
But like shit like that just makes me think like, man, that's really interesting. Just that right there. Like, so when I see conspiracies, at the very least, they're entertaining as fuck.
Well...
going further, some of them on that list I sent you have already been proven to be true because that list was made like 3-4 years ago or whatever it was. And some of them already come out to be true. UFOs being a big one on tier 1. That's true. Just like, 2019 or 2020, they came out and was like, yeah, they're real. While everything else is going on.
Oh, yeah, they just kind of...
It's like, are we not going to talk about this? But, yeah, so, again, going way back, he was like just covering bullshit. So I said Toronto Protocol, and then he was bringing up something with, the Illuminati, and he says, well, the Illuminati is the right's attempt to attack the Jewish people based on with the biblical quote-unquote New World Order, because he was comparing it to the New World Order, because that's basically what the Illuminati is and conspiracy theorizes is the New World Order. And he's like, well, if you go in the New World Order, I think it's the Old Testament, it's anti-Semitic attack on Jews, which is partially true. But if you talk to people, like logical thinking people that look at conspiracy theory nowadays, has nothing to do with the Jewish community at all. In fact, there are Jews that follow this shit and be like, So I said in the chat, I go,
don't they?
yeah. So I in the chat, I just put down, I go, it's funny because I watch the left and the right, because I think to have a good argument, you got to understand both points of view.
Absolutely.
And I said, I find it interesting that the right bring up that the left is coming down on the Jewish community, just like the left is saying that the right is. Which, do you understand what I'm saying there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He took it as like, I didn't say anything about the right. Is that a Freudian slip? Are you saying you don't like the Jewish community? I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? I'm like, how did you stretch? Like, what yoga are you doing to stretch that much?
He didn't do it. No, he just said, fuck this. He threw the ball into the next field.
Yeah. We're playing football. Why
Football here, dude. All right.
Why you got your hockey gear on?
What a fucking
Like, I was like, wow.
dunce.
It's like, okay. So I was like, I'm out of that one. I'm not. Yeah. So he's like, well, why don't you debate me? I'm like, I knew right off the bat where that debate was gonna go. Nowhere. And I'm like, nope.
He would have. What's this dude's name? Because he would have hardcore. I'm gonna troll him.
I can't remember his fucking name.
But you should have the
it's on
notification in your history.
Well, it was in a live chat, so unless I don't know.
It'll still show.
Will it? Okay.
Yeah. If you go in, hold on, let me see. If you go into
Dude. Actually, his name is Dude.
Yeah. Oh, I spit on my phone. Activity. See?
It's Dude. His name is Dude. Something Dude. Or I'll look for it after.
Yeah, look for it after.
Yeah, so anyway, that was going way back. So yeah, they were talking about conspiracy bullshit and everything.
Oh, and yeah, as soon as you had gotten into it with him, he would have kept going right back to what is your problem with Jews?
And every now and again, I do like to troll his chat, because like if you watch his chat feed, it's a fucking echo chamber. It's the textbook definition of an echo chamber. It's the people that only see his point of view, and even if you bring up logical or proven information, like factual information, it's like here's a link you can. They won't go there, obviously. They won't check it out, but they'll just like, oh, you right wing fucking conspiracy theorist. That's one of the things when I said that is my name was tagged to be like, I bet you're not even vaccinated. I'm like, okay, I can see where this is. So every now and again I'll go in, I'll just see he's live streaming, and I'll just pop in the chat, go echo chamber, and I'll pop back out and just go about my way. Or I'd be like, other times I'll pop in and say, morning stretches today, I see.
Oh, I'm gonna so troll the fucker.
So that's what they're talking. They're talking about bullshit conspiracies. Which I was like, well, at least he's like thinking, looking at conspiracy theories, I guess. But he was watching a video of, what's that, Watch Mojo?
Oh,
if you're going to get fucking any kind of information from anywhere, why the fuck would you go to Watch Mojo? That is the worst bullshit. Like, it's not reporting. It's not reviewing. I don't know what it is other than garbage. I think he just did a quick Google search of conspiracy theory, and because Watch Mojo probably had like 13 million views on some conspiracy bullshit.
This has got to be.
Oh, this is perfect. Wrong. But hey, whatever. Good on you.
Way to go, dude.
Yeah, I'll clip this one and tag him in it. The Biden administration tried to end Title 42, but it was blocked by a federal judge. Now, Title 42, for anyone that doesn't know, I can tell by your look.
Okay, I'm curious.
It was a policy created in the 40s that stated our borders basically would have a level of protection on it. If there was a possibility of any pandemic, for any reason, or health issue, doesn't even necessarily have to be a pandemic, the border had the authority to, without any reason, well, with that reason and any other reason, to stop you and turn you around and say you can't come in. Travel, trying to,
Can't
any
leave,
reason.
You can't come in. That
Yeah,
kind of
you,
thing.
you can't come in.
Okay.
There's a pandemic, we're turning you away. Even if you were just traveling from one country to another, they could just turn you away. They tried to overturn that, just to let anyone in at any time. It was blocked.
Good.
It was blocked, so... But especially now, with this, if monkeypox are going to be as dangerous as it is, or... And, I don't know anything about smallpox, but if it's going to be treated as anything... Oh, and Anthony Fauci's back in the news. Because, monkeypox, and Fauci's got to poke his head up like a gopher. Huh?
Wait for me to be popular
Do you
again?
need me again? Yeah, so he tried to completely open our borders. Doesn't that just seem like, for any political end of the aisle you're on, doesn't that just seem like kind of a bad idea? And
Sounds
apparently COVID has another spike going on now or something. Like, that's just kind of a bad idea to do that. Wouldn't you, at the very least, wait until after all that? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
Smallpox, an acute contagious viral disease with fever and pustules, usually leaving permanent scars. It was effectively eradicated through vaccination by 1979.
Yeah.
So we should no longer need a smallpox vaccination.
Right. Well, the monkeypox vaccination was also approved for smallpox. So that doesn't necessarily mean they're doing anything with smallpox.
Monkeypox produces smallpox-like skin lesions, but symptoms are usually milder than those of smallpox.
Right.
Flu-like symptoms are common initially, ranging from fever and headache to shortness of breath.
Right. So that's what we're dealing with now. Possibly.
Chickenpox is back.
No, yeah. It would be what's it called for adults?
Shingles.
Yes, shingles. Which I guess my father had that a few years back, and he said it was horrible. I had chickenpox when I was in second grade, so
It's fucking chickenpox.
yeah,
I'm reading it.
yeah.
Fucking shingles has a higher mortality rate than that.
It's dangerous. Are you saying you don't believe? Don't try to downplay it, you fucker. Are you gonna get your vaccine?
Fuck no. Because I had a chickenpox vaccine when I was a fucking kid.
You didn't
And
get
I had
chickenpox?
I did.
Oh, you did. All right. This is gonna suck when you get shingle monkeypox. Monkey
That's all it
shinglepox.
fucking is. It's not. It's fucking chickenpox.
Well, they're talking about two different variants. One is
Cockpox?
oh god, you imagine?
Go penises off your body that spew out liquid.
Don't pinch it. There goes this episode.
So, you want to get breakfast or something?
Don't touch it.
The only way to relieve the tension is to jerk off the pustules.
That'll be in Pornhub.
Step brother, I need my ointment.
Oh god. Vaccinate me.
Jab me with your needle.
I'm off this topic.
Oh.
What the fuck? We already
And it's
talked about-
only anally injected.
Oh my god.
Fuck it. I'll take the monkeypox
Man.
vaccine. Wait, I mean. Pass.
Holy hell.
Did that sound bad?
And,
All right.
Amber Heard is cross-examined.
Yeah.
We got that. We talked about
Yep.
that a bit.
Ah, fucking Christ. It's going to be another fucking bullshit health crisis again. And all of a
Well,
sudden.
you remember, I had the thing that said, Klaus Schwab said the next pandemic was going to be mental health. Well, I guess as a lateral, because all these other bullshit things that are going on, everyone's going to suffer from fucking mental. Well, boiling that all down, kids now are already showing signs of they're behind in school, like linguistic skills, reading.
We are not front of the bus anymore.
No. Can't be.
Mathematically,
Well, a lot of that, the United States.
artistically,
No, you know what we are? Because the biggest problem has nothing to do with any pandemics or anything with that. It's everything to do with like the biggest thing that's pushed right now in media, not so much in school. In media, the biggest thing that's pushed is you want to be an influencer. You want to be popular by streaming every day on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, on whatever. You know, influencer. How big's your Instagram? How big's your whatever social media platform? How big is it? Oh, you got to get it bigger. Like that's what's pushed right now. Be an influencer. Doesn't say anything about follow your dream. You hear that mixed in with the social media, but everyone takes that the wrong way. What's your dream? I want to be popular. Why? There's no answer after that. Why do you want to be popular? What did you contribute to be popular? There is no answer. It's just I just want to have fame and do fucking what with it.
You think Michael Schumacher Ferrari wanted to be an influencer? No, he wanted to make a fucking car. And he did.
Right. And another thing is, this was brought up by Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this is a nail on the head. Like, perfect.
I loved that guy. He was awesome.
We are operating in a system that's still pushing university to get blue-collar or white-collar jobs, to get these office jobs, high-rise, to do all these, I don't even say clerical work, even more than that, entrepreneurial.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the model back in the 50s and 60s and 70s because we had a ton of jobs to fill because those were the new jobs coming in. We were industrializing. We were past the Industrial Revolution. Now we're getting into tech. Now we're getting into running businesses. That's been the model for the last 50 years. The problem is we're pushing kids in school, go to college, get these degrees, and then get out in the workforce. Problem is most of those positions are filled. So now you have 1,000 kids going into college to fill 100 positions. So a lot of those kids have nothing after. That's why you see a lot of people with college education, 4, 6, maybe even 8 years working in a warehouse, working in a factory, working at, go all the way down working in a restaurant because there's just not enough jobs for that. At the same time, in that time span, vocational schools, not even work, vocational schools have been taken out of schools, our normal schools, universities, and it's focused on less and less. So now, at the same time, we have all these big wig positions, fat cat positions closed up, not available, and all these people that have these 4, 6, 8, 10-year degrees not able to take them. We have hundreds of millions of vocational positions open and no one's filling them. And most of these positions are trades where you can branch off on your own and open a company where you comfortably make $80 or $100 or $120,000 a year easily. But that's not pushed.
Going off of numbers from a fellow truck driver, friend of mine, it's a good dude. On average, the fully owner operator, basic ran trucker/trucking company, like you own your own truck, your own trailer, this and that. You don't answer to nobody except the people you're delivering whatever to. That's it.
Right.
They average $200,000 to $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
Now, yes, they turn half of that back into their business, because you got to remember.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but you got to remember, with diesel being $6, $7, $8 in some areas, it's not cheap. And yeah, no. What I was getting at before by that whole comment, we're not the front of the bus anymore. We haven't been for a very long time. Is we're not first in literacy. We're not first in like grammar, articulation. Like we're not. We can't like a sixth grader here in America, given math, that a sixth grader in let's say India, China, Australia, wherever, France. We're not going to finish first.
No.
We might not even know what they're doing because their 6th grade is equivalent to our 8th grade.
Well, China focuses primarily on education and like raising up I mean, we've talked about it before, raising up their youth to be able to take positions of power anywhere, really, in the world. You brought up our companies making 200 whatever thousand or whatever it is, or the person making, and then putting half that back in.
Yeah.
This is what you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
That brings up a financial point that I've like really paid attention to, and I read a book maybe about a month or so ago, maybe not that long, but The Richest Man in Babylon, which is an awesome read. I bring that up because taking money out, how much money do you make? Maybe I should, no, it's not really. How much money do you save? We'll put it that way. Out of your check, percentage-wise.
About 30 to at a minimum.
How much do you get out of it, we'll say? Like after bills and whatnot. Like half of it? Which I say roughly about average.
I'd say about 50% of my check
Okay.
can be put into savings or
How much do you pay yourself for that?
I budget myself a fraction of a percent.
You're all right, which means you're not buying anything. That's not food. That's not gas. That's not things. That's not anything. That means you're actually sitting on it.
No, I don't keep anything for myself.
See, that's what you're supposed to do. It was a fascinating lesson that I learned in it, which is something I kind of did anyway, but after I read the thing, I was like, and I buckled down and did it. 10%, 70% of what you make, according to this is a financial. The book is a financial advice book, basically, but it's written in fiction format. But lessons in it that you once you read it, you won't ever forget.
I'd love to read this.
70% of what you make goes back into whatever you're doing. Either, and that includes bills. And if you own a business, it goes back into that, like 70%. 10% after that goes, in the book, it went to tithing, like religion. 10% went to investment, like whatever it is. Like if you're
OnlyFans?
Yeah. If you have to pay a fee for that. And then 10% goes to you, which means you're not touching it. You're paying yourself. Because when you work, you're working for everyone else. You're working for your bills. And like
family,
you say, it was like,
boss, your company,
one argument was, I worked this hard, so I'm going to go out and buy, we'll say, a PlayStation. I've earned it. But it's not your money. Because you've just paid Sony or a distributor or whoever. It's not your money.
But you can't take that money with you. So what do you do with that money you sit on?
That's investment. If you buy a PlayStation, depreciation value, right? It's gone. That money over time is gone. Now, if you go out and you get a piece of land, it just goes up in value. Cars, it depends who you are. It depends on the car. Most of them, in my eyes, are complete trash. A waste of money. Precious metals, a lot of people kind of like hover around those, but to me, I'm like, that's dangerous.
So let me ask you something then. If you're, according to your...
This just kind of popped in because you brought up the
your
whole...
pie chart, what you call it, the pie chart, 70% goes back into your business, let's say. 10% of religion, 10% to investment, 10% to yourself.
Right.
If you've already got 10% going into an investment, why would you put that 10%?
Savings.
So then what do you do with that savings if you never use it?
You don't do anything with it until you're done working.
So it's like a 401k.
Sort of.
But when you yourself are developing.
Yeah. Which any financial guru says you should have at least, I've heard different numbers. The lowest number is 4. I think it was 4 sources of income. You should have your work, a passive source of income, which I guess you could consider like the stock market or something. Or another example could be if you write a book and you put it out in ebooks and it does even reasonably well, that's passive income. Like you do something, and you let it go and let it make money for you. But there should be 4 sources of income. Like I was like, all right, so I got my job, I got the leather stuff I do, any like craft whatever thing I do over there. Heaven help me if I can get the podcast to an actual financial situation. That would be 3. And
We
then
won't talk about your OnlyFans account.
I guess I'd consider that 4. I should link the podcast to it.
Dude,
That
was
veered way off
fucked
topic,
up. No, dead ass though. That could be a passive form of income.
You know what though?
All you got to do is go in there, put a slice of bread around your feet, and just start massaging your foot. Someone out there will probably jerk off to it.
That's fucking weird. I would feel so awful about myself.
What? Hold on. Really?
Yeah, that's just fucking weird to me. Like anyone else wants to do it, all power to you. I fucking no, fuck no.
Is it the fact that you're rubbing bread on your feet?
Think about
or
it.
that somebody might be masturbating? to
Think
you doing
about what you. I don't care what someone else is doing, but think about what you are doing.
it? Wasting food. I'd be pissed.
You would never be. Yeah, that too. But you would
Oh.
never just look at what you were doing and be like, "What the fuck am I doing?" Because that would be the first thing. As soon as I turned the camera on, be like, "I'm done."
I don't want to say it doesn't make me less of a person, but
Well, this is also the person be like, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably finish if I find out she was a guy. You said that. Can you just not look at me?
can we not make eye contact? No. I'm just saying, like, what's the difference that compared to? I mean, is it so wrong for people? I guess I just have a different outlook on it. I mean, dudes jerk off to cartoon porn, dudes jerk off to fucking animal porn, girls masturbate with fucking car shifters. This is all shit that's on the internet.
In his search history.
Not in my suggestions. I may have watched a video like, there's no way this
I
girl-
may have seen it once or 8
my
times.
God, she does.
Oh, there's another one? Oh, there's another one? Oh, there's another one?
It's a dark rabbit hole that once you start falling down, it's like, I don't want to see anymore, but it keeps popping up.
It's a rabbit hole that turns into a hole in the wall.
No, dude, honestly, I look at it this way.
Oh, boy.
I got no sense of moral deprivation when it comes to whatever gets you off, be my fucking guest.
I have no morals.
Depravity, whatever you want.
I mean-
I have morals. You bet your fucking ass my kid's going to hold the door open for a woman as she walks into the store. He's going to say, please and thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
As long, hey, you want to check out my OnlyFans?
No, what I'm saying is I would never, ever knock a person or look down on a person or judge a person based
I would
on
be
their-
the first subscriber. I'm sorry, I can't stop. The jokes are just like
That's fine. That's fine. Be my guest. No, I would never, ever judge a person based on any way they have found it to become successful. I don't care if it's baby albums, bro, or
Toasty Roasty 442. Is that you? I know those feet.
or maybe massaging a mustache and a camera zoom up close.
Maybe that I would do.
Whatever takes you, whatever
Maybe
makes
that
you
I would
money.
do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, someone out there is gonna. Fun part.
I would just do that in the camera.
Fun part. Dude, someone out there. There you go. Some girl, some dude, some pansexual person, whatever they may be called. I don't know. I'm just saying. You find a way to fucking make money, fucking take it.
Speaking of making money, Bitcoin possibly going down to 0. That's been talked about a little bit.
Yeah.
And the crypto market
I have seen.
is fucking just it's like a roller coaster that just doesn't seem to go up. I've been watching the crypto market like, whew.
Crypto was going up for a long time.
It was a lot of people are comparing it to the housing bubble back in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s.
When it was a buyer's market.
Well, there's a difference between a buyer's market and just a falsely inflated bubble.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, I think that's what the crypto bubble was. And I think what's going to happen is this huge, what is happening is this huge In that time, though, I bought some cheap brand new stocks and cryptos that are like 1/10,000th of a cent. So I put like $1 in and got 66,000 coins to see what happens. Like, I found a handful of them. Like, yeah, maybe projection, maybe. Look at the cap value and stuff. Like, we'll see what happens after all this. So I put money in, and if it pops off and moves up to like a penny, I just made $660 off $1 investment. So I was like, fuck it. Why not?
Hey, man.
And if the tanks to nothing, I lost $1. So, but yeah, so Bitcoin's like the big one, because that's
now, how much money would you make if you went up to $1 a coin?
$66,000.
$100 a coin.
Well, we'd have better equipment. $100 a coin. I couldn't.
Could we get a ball scrubber?
It would be. I think $100 a coin would be $660,000.
Could we get a ball jacuzzi? You ever seen those ball jacuzzis on TikTok? Oh, they're awesome.
Oh, those
Child prey. It's
what are they
It's
called?
also they're sporting
Orbeez. The Orbeez. Like the little wet. Remember the thing?
Yeah.
Like a jacuzzi full of those.
I would. No,
That'll be my OnlyFans.
There's.
Just going back and forth like that. It'd be nice.
No.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans, just because
I'm gonna start one for him.
There's gonna be a handful of people out there and be like, I've looked for like fucking 3 days. I can't find.
I'm gonna start one for him, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No,
We're
they
gonna use our pilot's license to fly to the Orbeez ocean. That my cryptocurrency wealth I'm gonna be able to make. I'm gonna make a lake of Orbeez.
Dead ass. Look it up. They have it's a form of birth control for men. It's a ball jacuzzi.
Scary Mary. Really old inside joke.
Just like and the red light means it's charging joke. He's like, what the fuck's that about? And I'm like, that's a long story. We can't tell him. I told him we would tell him one day on a podcast. Now we got to keep him watching.
Okay. Until next time.
No, but Scary Mary too. No, so it's literally a jacuzzi for your testicles that vibrates and also uses sound waves to stimulate the muscle.
You're serenading your balls
into not producing semen.
I like my testosterone.
Not testosterone, your semen.
But that's testosterone. I need my balls.
Sperm is not testosterone.
I need my balls to do what they're supposed to do.
My balls do what they're supposed to do.
You cut them in half. No, they don't.
No, I put up a roadblock. There's a difference. All I gotta do is remove that roadblock.
No, I'm not letting my balls listen to music.
Can make you with your butthole. Oh my god, it's having a reverse effect. I'm producing so much sperm, it's oozing out of everywhere. James, you got a little dribble on your chin.
I know. So I got the mustache to hide it.
Tastes like asparagus. What?
The conspiracy theory iceberg.
No.
Yeah, so we were talking about that a lot lately, or before.
Yeah.
A while ago, but that I sent that to you, and there are hundreds. For anyone that doesn't know, and you want
there was a lot.
entertainment wise, you don't even have to the video I sent him was a YouTube channel called Wendigoon. Highly recommend, because he does a great job going over it. But if you don't want to go through, there's 22 videos in his series that cover it, and then he condenses that into one video, so you can just go straight through. That's 9.5 hours. But if you don't want to go through all that, there is a chart. You can just type in conspiracy theory iceberg, and it's this long fucking chart that has all these conspiracy theories broken up into tiers from most well-known and basic, I guess, like talking about not KGB, Men in Black, talking about like UFOs, Bigfoot, Big Pharma. That's like tier 1, and then it just goes down the list, and the conspiracies get more and more crazier and crazier. And then you get into like tier 8, 9, and 10, and the conspiracies. I'll bring some of them up because they're just like they're just bonkers. Some of them, but like one is porn stars leeching your energy, which there is an actual study on that. People that watch porn have lower sex drive, lower testosterone output, lower what's the word I'm looking for?
Libido, tolerance.
Yes to all that, but competition, like when you are in
Motivation, drive. Like you want to compete to be the best.
yes,
Ambition.
basically. But when you are in a room with other men and there's one female, your body naturally produces more testosterone.
Yeah, because you want to be the alpha. It's a predator. It's like an apex thing because only the best gets to
Right.
reproduce.
Porn actually inhibits a lot of that. It knocks down your libido. It knocks down your testosterone production. It does a lot of that.
We got a problem.
I don't. I take testosterone boosters.
You know what? I don't even care. I want to say some things right now that you're gonna have a good fucking time laughing at. I'm sure you as a fucking man does too. And not maybe as much as most other men or some other men or whatever percentage of men there are out there that watch porn.
Right.
Everyone has, or everyone does to some degree. I occasionally do. Who doesn't? It's fun to watch some weird shit. And I'm not talking about like the elephant walking in the fucking two midgets on the yellow brick road doing it. Sorry, little people. No, I'm dead serious. Like, we've watched the Star Wars spoofs, fucking Star Trek spoofs, Jurassic Park spoofs, the Ninja Turtles spoofs. Who doesn't get a fucking laugh out of some of that shit? But I have watched it occasionally, on occasion.
I notice all the things you just said are things from our childhood, which brings up a different topic. But go ahead.
I wasn't abused as a child. Not excessively.
No, not that.
excessively. No, what I'm saying is,
Continuously, when I was in summer camp.
what I'm saying is, instinctively, nobody can. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm getting off this before I say something stupid.
Okay.
We'll talk more after the camera's off.
Paleolithic deep state.
Okay.
All right. There's human beings like what we are now, and then you go back to Homo erectus, or give me another
Homo erogenous. I can't hear some of those words without fucking being stupid. Fuck you. I still laugh when people fart.
So the offer for a new co-host is
Fuck
still out.
you. Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck them. And
It's called
you.
the caveman theory. Basically, we split. We'd never what's the fucking name for him? It drives me nuts.
there's Homo erectus. There's Homo habilis. Oh God, I know which one you're talking about.
Sometimes my brain just does not want to work. Anyway, it says that they didn't die out. They actually went underground, and they're actually the species running the deep state
Okay.
right now. There's a conspiracy on tier 10 that says all conspiracy theories are false. And then there's another one that says all conspiracy theories are true. So everything out there that you could possibly think of is all true things. Oil resources are human, or are humans. So all the fossil fuels we're getting out, the deep state has come up with a way to harvest people and turn them into fossil fuels at an accelerated rate instead of taking millions of years.
Okay, I'm looking really quick. So this, because I'm curious now, like the list in order, and apparently you can't look up just Homo erectus.
Wow.
14 species of humans. Here we go. Homo guantogenus, Homo habilis, Homo ergaster, Homo erectus, Homo rudolfinus, Homo antecessor, Homo sapienciensis, Homo. Holy fuck, these are hard to pronounce. Homo habilis. Hold on. Let's close that. Erectus.
Okay, well, you know what I'm saying anyway.
Yeah. Hold on.
I don't want to go too, because I'm not like diving that deep into each one, but
Homo sapienciensis.
no, you're just butchering the names.
Fuck you. Homo heidelbergensis. Then there's Homo rotensiensis, whatever.
Tier 8 has deep soy,
Deep soy.
like soy being in all of our
Yeah.
everything.
Like soy milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that like kills, that's another one that kills testosterone. So the conspiracy theory there is like they're purposely putting all these soy products out into the public and pushing it as a healthy or better alternative than animal fat, which that's where you get testosterone, to basically femboy the entire nation. And like without joke,
Just call it what they are, lady tie boys.
yes, to do that, to demasculate everything.
I would say
or
they're
everyone.
trying to demasculate a nation.
Yeah, so that's
Or
conspiracy.
a species. Because humans are a species, technically.
Yes.
And that's where you get interspecies from.
Yes. But anyway, so yeah, there's a ton of different conspiracies, literally hundreds of conspiracies on here. And they range everywhere on the spectrum of conspiracies, going from Project Northwoods or the Gulf of Tonkin incident that got us into Vietnam,
Yep.
right? Where's Korea? Oh, God. My brain is failing me hardcore. Which is true.
What was the...
Gulf
Gulf-
of Tonkin?
what
That's
was
the
it?
one where they said our
can
Navy
tell you-
ships was torpedoed and sank.
Pearl Harbor?
No.
No.
And it was, but I think it was Korea.
Korean War? North Korea, South Korea, right?
No, the Gulf of Tonkin. I don't want a map. Engaging in Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They said that our naval ships were sank, and that's what got us into Vietnam. And it turns out that never happened. The whole incident never happened. So the whole us getting involved in Vietnam was based on a complete fabrication. So this iceberg goes from things that are 100% true, UFOs, they're true, like things of that nature,
Gulf
very
Tonkin.
true. Straight through to the other end of the spectrum, like lizard people, things that when you read, you're like, no.
And then you
Like-
see a documentary like They Live.
Yeah.
Kick ass and chew bubble gum.
And then everything in between. Like there's things on one side you're like, well, I don't know if that's true, but boy, there's so many coincidences in that. To like, all right, I don't think it's true, but I can see where they're coming from. Everything on the spectrum is there. And you go through this list, and it's just so fascinating to hear everything.
One last joke. Could you imagine what watching porn with those glasses would have been like?
It would be like your equivalent of finding out she is a male halfway through, and you put the glasses on halfway through. You're like, could you just not look at me?
My
Put the glasses on. I don't want to. I've seen.
My man, all right. No, but seriously, they are fucking crazy.
But yeah, for anyone out there, indulge yourself in just entertainment at the very least.
I gotta be honest.
Entertainment. You just you go through it. You're like, wow, what?
I gotta be honest. I used to be one of those iceberg tippers, where it was like, oh, tip of the iceberg. That's all there really is. And it wasn't until we got into some of them, and you like, wait, like multiple universes, the Mandela effect. That's
a lot of them are theoretical.
Yeah,
like
But it wasn't until you started explaining some of those to me that I'm like, oh fuck. And then of course, well, don't forget this one, and I'm like, ooh, piece of candy.
yeah.
Ooh, piece of candy.
There are a lot,
piece of candy.
and that's I think where I find most fascination is in the ones that aren't necessarily true, but just in theoretical physics could possibly be true. Like the idea that, well, time travel is a possibility. Like just a surface value. You say that and be like, what? But physicists have come up with a way where it would be possible to time travel. The problem is the amount of power that would be needed to be used in basically an engine to be able to travel through time is the equivalent of the entire amount of power that our sun produces in its entire lifespan in one engine, which is it's just impossible.
Are you talking about the train around the world?
I don't know if it's the train around.
Have you ever heard about that one?
I think I've vaguely heard about that one.
There was a theory of a possibility of time travel, and this is what got me into this one too. I remember where if they could generate enough power to get enough momentum for a train to travel at the speed of light, it would be able to go around the planet in only a certain amount of times so fast that the people on the train wouldn't age, and over so long they'd be only on the train for what would be a couple of days or a week or something like that, but in the real world like a year will have passed.
Did you know that flying time actually moves slower at higher altitude?
No, I did not know that.
Look that one up. For anyone listening, look that one up.
That's fucking...
blow your mind away. And that one's not a conspiracy theory. That's factual information. In theory, due to that factual information, if you were to be born, say, 36,000 feet, and just stay there for your whole life, you would actually extend your life for X amount of time. I don't know if it's like super significant, but it'd be like maybe 8-10 years.
Well, doesn't that also come off the basis that everything is affected by our gravitational pull?
Yeah. Well, not flat earthers, 'cause that's not a real thing to them.
Gravity's not... Yeah, it was invented, right?
Yeah.
Like that TikTok I sent you?
Yeah. I am more apt to believe, and on the conspiracy theory, this comes up a lot, the hollow earth theory. I am way more apt to believe hollow earth theory than I am flat earth. Flat earth to me is like fucking just, that's David Icke, again, lizard people bullshit. Like, hollow earth at least has some merit in there. I'm like, okay. Every time I see a flat earth thing, it's always someone debunking it. Or in some videos I've seen flat earthers debunking themselves by accident.
I've never seen...
That is like watching fake martial arts, and that's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh.
Like, I love watching people debunk themselves, be like, oh. I don't know. Do yourself a favor. And that's it. Yeah, and the last thing, but certainly not least, I wanted to talk about was, at least a little bit, was the Buffalo shooting. And really the few mass shootings that happened last week.
Dude, there have been a handful.
Yeah, there was one out in Cali.
Sorry, what's the only one you've heard of?
Buffalo.
Yep.
There was one in Cali, which was that in a church? Was that the one that was in a church? I think it was. That one was in a church.
Hold on.
And the one with Buffalo, though, that I've seen a lot of, and of course, it's already by fact checkers, already been proven. It's like, oh no, it's not tied with anything. The shooter in Buffalo, which was, there's no doubt
it was a church.
Which one?
The one in California.
In California, I thought it was.
1 dead, 5 wounded.
The one in Buffalo, people were linking the shooter, which it was a racist attack for sure.
So was the black one in the subway.
That one
black
too.
Guy
I forgot about that.
Who was shooting at only white and Asian people while yelling white and Asian racist profanities.
Right. But yeah, you don't hear that one either.
Nope.
That one doesn't fit, right? Anyway. But the Buffalo shooter, there's a lot of people linking him to the Azov Battalion, the neo-Nazi group in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Who we are funding.
Since we just sent another $90 million, I think it was.
That's another thing too, is we send the $54 billion, and now immediately after, like that was total between the first two packages. Immediately after, now they want to send another 40 or 45 billion over right after. What are we doing? And here's another fuckery thing. That is a war zone, correct?
Correct.
Dangerous. Why the fuck is U2 performing a concert over there?
And you also hear about how we've deployed our first regime, our first battalion. What was it? Hold on. I sent you the video. I know I sent it to you on TikTok.
But yeah, so it's a war zone over there, and we're sending fucking musicians over there. Oh, well, why don't you go play be like one of those happy, whatever.
Right here. Hold on.
What? Oh, you got it. Well, we're gonna copyright strike.
First Airborne Division.
Second Brigade Combat.
Never mind that music.
Second Brigade Combat Division. How we've deployed them to Ukraine. And those two.
But it's not our fucking war. We're not even
those two are
supposed
the
to be.
ones that we send out for war.
Yeah, we're not even supposed to be. That's what I mean. That's not our war. Why?
Oh, I have a listing right here. All the shootings, mass shootings in 2022 so far.
Oh.
So New York, Buffalo incident happened on May 14th. There has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Since?
13 since that day.
What?
There has been a mass shooting every day.
The fuck?
And get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. More people have died over the course of those shootings than have entirely in the Buffalo shooting. But you don't hear about any one of the others.
Yeah.
Let me read off these states.
All right.
Texas, North Carolina, California, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Isn't that the state that houses Chicago with the best gun control in the country?
Shush now with all that nonsense.
Louisiana, California, Florida, Washington, Indiana.
You know what's funny? There's a lot of red and blue states in there.
Oh, dude, the list goes on. This only goes back. This list is fucking probably 30 long, and it's only one page of 9.
So why are we focusing so much on Buffalo?
Maryland, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and the sad part is,
Is it strictly because it was racist against minorities?
it was racist against black people.
People of color.
Sorry, people of color. I'm just checking.
So there's, yeah, but I didn't even know anything about all those since. Yeah,
this
so
is fucking ridiculous.
the shooter there's people connecting him to the Azov battalion, because he was wearing a shirt that had the symbol on it.
Yep.
And I saw a picture of the symbol, unless it was doctored. I saw a picture of the symbol on a shirt and a picture of the Azov Battalion's symbol. And minus like a letter or something, insignia on it, it was the exact same fucking symbol. I can see, maybe he wasn't connected to it, or maybe he was just like supporting without them knowing or whatever. But, you know, that's... How else do you chalk that up? Like, how else do you look at that?
You know what the sad part is? I'm going through the list one more time.
Good thing we had the disinformation bureau. Oh, wait.
3.
No, we don't. Well, I guess just ideas are going to run amok now.
4. I'm just counting really quick.
What are you counting?
Hold on one more second.
Oh, jeez.
5. I'm on my last page right now. 5 out of easily over 100 mass shootings since January 1st to today.
All right, half a year. About half a year.
5 of them have occurred in New York. Easily, this list is over 100 long.
We haven't heard of any of them, though.
No.
Well, by those numbers, 6 months, 5 over 100. So we're actually above the average then.
Well, you want
The
me to
average
count?
should be about 2 a state.
You want me to count how many there were? I
No.
Because put it to you this way. Hold on, I got this right now. Let me count one page and I'll do the math.
What's the website so everyone just check it out?
Excuse me.
Thunder?
Gunviolencearchive.org.
All right.
O-R-G. Gunviolencearchive. .org.
Right.
O-R-G.
Nonprofit.
Org is also it's a federally regulated website. Orgs and govs are federally regulated.
Is org? I didn't.
They
think
have
org
to
was.
be .com. So here's the thing. Know a little bit about internet and shit like that myself. .com. Anybody can create a .com,
right.
and under the right disclaimers, you can pretty much advertise whatever you want.
Yeah.
.orgs, .govs.
I know .gov is yeah. That's
Those are different. Those doesn't matter what you put up there, they have to be checked before you can display it.
okay.
So, real quick, just really fast, for argument's sake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's 25 per page. There's 8 pages before the last page. 25 times 8 is what?
1,200,000.
200. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 210 mass shootings since January 1st of this year. Oh, that's fucking. It's not.
All right. So yeah, like I said, we're
There's been more than one a day at that average. There's 365 days in a year.
Yep. But we're ahead on average, so we should be averaging 2 a state, and we got 5. Way to go, New York. Well, at least you're ahead in something in the United States. Fuck. I mean, taxes, gas prices. Well, no, Texas or California has beaten gas prices, but
So I just, it's fucking ridiculous. And I could.
yeah, and I didn't even know about the other 4. At least I don't remember them, and not in any kind of recent recollection. But Buffalo sure as hell is thrown out there.
Any and all of these mass shootings is very tragic.
Right.
None of them should have happened, honestly. Regardless of what the agenda was, whatever, regardless of what narrative the guy had, guy or girl, he or she, them or they, whatever, regardless of the narrative.
Person.
Regardless of whatever the narrative the person was taking or following, it's all very tragic. But all these other mass shootings, these families aren't going to get reparations, restitutions. They're not going to get aid.
Well, we don't know that.
It's okay. Sorry, let me rephrase that. You are not going to hear about the outcome.
No, it just
of all of these.
Well, and some of them
versus
we didn't
this
hear at
one.
all. There's been over 200 shootings.
210
Yeah.
since January 1st.
But you know, you got to be careful saying that, because then here come the gun control enthusiasts.
Let them. Some of those had 0 deaths. And I'm sure if we read into every single case, some of them probably were ended due to somebody willing to step up and exercise their right.
That would be interesting to find that one out.
How many of them
Right.
involved a person
Someone who's legally carrying.
being able to end the situation?
Right.
Yes, I'm sure. But there you go. Some of those mass shootings had 0 deaths.
Right.
Plenty injured, but 0 deaths.
Speaking of,
Regardless, they're all tragic. And none of that shit should be happening. Sorry. Speaking of, you were saying?
I picked up a couple of longbows.
Nice. Oh, I saw that.
Or the recurve, not longbows. The
Recurve,
recurves.
nice.
I got them. $4 total I spent.
Nice.
One was at a garage sale, and one was at her grandmother's. That we were going through the house,
Oh, nice.
and I was like, "Oh wow, look at this!" And then just was it yesterday, whatever it was, at a garage sale, and saw another one. I'm like, "What?" So I was like,
You know-
"Oh, you could have $4. You can have it." I'm like, here you go. I just have to get a string for it now.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
No,
If you look up actual medieval pictures of what the people were supposed to look like, what we see as the general stereotype picture of a medieval character, of a medieval person,
Right.
is actually off base. If you build some of the weaponry they used to the specifications of what they were,
right.
an archer back then probably would have had Popeye arms.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because
You've used a longbow and a recurve. That shit's not easy.
no.
They pull hard.
And you're talking about the way they made the arrows
And-
versus the way they are now.
Right.
You're talking about an arrow weighing next.
Yeah,
to,
now
next
it's
to a
like
pound.
fiberglass and pretty much weightless.
Ounces.
Yeah.
But the arrows back then were also longer.
Right.
And fletched and all that stuff, and it was all like handmade with string. You were shooting like a 1 pound arrow.
Right.
Now that might be a totally over
Yeah,
dramatization.
probably not 1 pound,
exaggeration.
but still.
Actually, I think
It-
the thing I did
in-
raid, they were.
In comparison, even so, just in comparison, they're way heavier than nowadays. Oh, geez, he's using his dog fingers to.
A medieval. A merc, what? A medieval.
I can just imagine swinging a sword around. I got that sword over there. And I'm like, man, this is like not light. It's definitely not. The video games don't do swords justice. What'd it weigh? 8 pounds? Or were you just way
The
off?
bows themselves weighed on average 70 to 145 pounds.
Bullshit. No way. There's no fucking way.
The bows,
Yeah.
not the arrows.
Yeah, there's no way. 100-pound bow? There's no fucking way.
How much is
Think about that. My punching bag downstairs is a 100-pound bag. You're gonna lift that up with one
80
hand?
to 100 pounds, 110 pounds.
What are you talking about? Drawback power, maybe?
No. The draw weight. Oh,
Yeah.
The draw
all right.
weight.
That
Okay.
makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say, there's no fucking way. There's no way.
A few draw weight were up to 185 pounds.
That's fucking psycho. That's like that's Barry Bonds that ain't got shit on medieval people. I mean, he's clean.
holy
he never did
fuck.
anything.
Dude, 1,200 grain, which was about 100. It said 35 grams. How much does 35 grams weigh?
I don't know, like just under 2 pounds
How? Ow, hold on.
or grams.
How
I'm
many-
thinking fucking ounces.
Pounds
Mathematicians again.
is 35 grams.
So they got a 400-pound bow and an ounce arrow. So as soon as the string hits it, it obliterates the arrow into shards.
Okay,
Like it
it's
hit any-
0.07 of a pound.
All right, yeah, that's tiny.
A pound weighs 453 grams.
Right.
But here's the thing. These arrows were on average almost up to 3 feet in length,
Right.
if not longer, and the shafts were just over half an inch.
Right. I wonder if they must have been hollowed out, something they were using.
I fucking hope so.
Well, for that light, they must have been. But even so, like, if you, I don't know if anyone out there has my compound bows down there. I use them both without any. What's it called?
No gloves or no pull.
Yeah, anything. No gloves or anything.
Yeah.
Use it just fingers, and it'll fucking tear your fingers apart if you're not used to it, especially.
Yeah.
That's a 70-pound drawback on one of them. The other one I have
Yeah.
it set to 50 pounds. Now you do that, even with the gloves. You do that with 180 pounds.
185.
Fuck you. That's a man.
Why?
You know what that is? There was no soy. There was no fucking. There
He
was,
straight up went to the cow.
yeah.
What?
There was no soy. There was no.
Oh, before you go, I got to get your reaction on camera for this one.
All right.
It's a picture that I got from somebody. As I want to hear your reaction.
Here we go. Live reaction. These are always fun. Sometimes. Sometimes it's always this way.
Nah.
The fuck? I saw a video of a guy washing himself with a cow pissing. He was washing himself with piss.
Oh, this is another one for you.
That's fucking disgusting. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Switch to the whey protein.
Have one more kid.
Whey's not
That's what
great.
you should do. Have one more kid and give that child nothing more than whey protein.
Oh god. Like, subscribe, and
Follow.
yeah, whatever the fuck you're supposed to do. I don't know.
I got you, fam.